This year, the Biden administration reversed the long-standing U.S. policy that prohibited the first use of nuclear weapons. That means that now the U.S. may at any time launch a surprise nuclear attack on Russia, a nuclear Pearl Harbor, raining down hydrogen bombs on pedestrians in Moscow and St. Petersburg. That will, of course, signal the start of World War III, triggering a nuclear holocaust that will end all human civilization. In response to this newly aggressive policy, President Putin of Russia has been forced to consider adopting a dramatic change to Russian nuclear doctrine. And no change is certain yet, but if it's approved, Russia would counter Biden's radical new policy with a first strike doctrine of its own. Russia is deeply concerned because NATO has moved its nuclear weapons ever closer, encircling the Russian Federation with missiles. At the same time, the U.S. has allowed, we don't know, perhaps encouraged Ukraine to launch provocative drone strikes deep within Russia in an attempt to destroy Russia's nuclear deterrent forces. Russia is a nuclear superpower with 6,000 nuclear warheads. 1,588 of them are ready for immediate launch at any time. A robust second strike capability would survive any American surprise attack on Russia. That second strike capability could rain down hydrogen warheads that would destroy New York City, Washington, D.C., the Pentagon, and hundreds of other targets across America. At the same time, Russia's submarines armed with nuclear missiles would shower down warheads on Europe, hitting London, Paris, Rome, Berlin, Madrid, Amsterdam, Brussels, Warsaw, Kiev, Stockholm, Oslo, Helsinki, and Bucharest. All would be incinerated, blasted to ruins, and swept by massive clouds of radioactive particles that would rain down on smaller cities for weeks. Many nations in Asia, like Japan, Australia, South Korea, would be exterminated too. America's first use nuclear doctrine may spell the end of mankind. We must draw back before something triggers a colossal war. Now, the ongoing battle for Bakhmut in Ukraine has gradually become a disaster for the Ukrainian army. As Russia has successfully embarked on quadrupling its armed forces by early next year, Ukraine's own army is withering. Their troops are being thrown by the thousands into a cauldron of death in Bakhmut, and they do not seem to have any solution to the problem. Russia is winning in Bakhmut, Ukraine is losing in Bakhmut, and this proves or indicates that it is becoming a major strategic battle within the war. Now, even General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, admitted that Ukraine is unlikely to make further advances against Russia's forces. Ursula von der Leyen, president of the EU Commission, just revealed that the Ukrainian army has lost 100,000 men killed in battle so far this year. And although she equivocated later under pressure from Ukraine, from President Zelensky, there are published soldiers' obituaries that have been tallied up, and they back up the original 100,000 figure. The Ukrainian death toll is utterly shocking. An entire generation of Ukrainian men is dying in battle today. Ukraine's population is simply too small to reconstitute its army. The war is lost. And after its army collapses, what then? Will the foreign policy establishment, having promised easy victory for the West, now resort to nuclear weapons to vindicate the sudden, unexpected disaster that is looming on the battlefield today? The U.S. must push for a truce and for peace talks using whatever format and intermediaries the parties will accept. The risks to humanity are increasing by the day, and we must act now.